Oh, we on.
Yeah. Hi, y'all.
It's on
Hey,
quick.
Cliff.
I'm trying to pull up notes here.
You is still running ragged.
Well,
Look at my hair.
we just ran in and got a shower and was wolfing down chicken spaghetti before we got on here.
We've been at the farm working hard and got quick showers real fast.
And made it in time.
Hey, Sarah.
I didn't want them to get on to me like they do west, so I was wolfing down my chicken spaghetti before I got over here. I kept asking Zoe, how much time I got?
Sure did.
How much time, Zoe?
Miss Catherine had her procedure today, and she said it was
great. Oh, good deal. Hey, Miss Sue. She says I made it like it's a surprise.
She might have
like Miss Sue wasn't gonna make it. Yeah, that's true. She may have something going on.
Something else to do. I'm not on.
She said the nuts are in the house.
Yep.
Zoe's chestnuts.
Well, they was gonna be here even if y'all wasn't here.
You got a question?
Okay. So how did it go? So
I guess with Caddy.
Yeah, with Caddy. So Caddy did pass away. We'll go ahead and Ashley forgot to come get her eggs. That's okay, I forgot to. But Caddy did pass away. She passed away Wednesday night after our last week live.
Yeah.
Well, probably early the next morning. We're not quite sure why, because she had a really good day. She had all really good days.
After the first day.
So we're not real sure. But it didn't work out, and we tried our best.
You know, you were pretty sure that she couldn't see very well already.
Yes. I about 8 feet, not even. If she was following me, she liked to run. So if she was following me, she about, I'd say 6 feet in front of her, she would just stop. And I would have to go get right back in front of her, and she would be okay again. She'd start following us. So there's no telling. She was just so little, and
she was very undersized, but there's no telling what other issues she had. You thought she had some side issues, and there could have been all sorts of other things.
That's right. We don't ever know.
Cliff said he had his testing today. He'll get his results tomorrow. I know that we had him on the prayer list for his liver test, so that's good to hear. Maybe we'll get some good results tomorrow. So we'll keep. I just updated my list. That's what I was doing. So I'll make sure to keep you on the list.
Yep.
Hello, Rachel, Ursula, and Carolyn.
So
we hadn't missed anybody, have we? I hope not.
Well, there's been several.
So I try not to miss anybody.
Farmer Rhett had a game Monday.
He did.
And he got a grand slam.
If y'all missed that, was it on a reel?
No,
or did you just post it? You posted it on our page.
It on YouTube though.
You posted it on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stick that in the video. A little clips of him and some clips of Chance's game last night. I'll stick that at the end of the video on Friday so y'all can see that. But Rhett's little legs were going just as fast as he could go. No skipping.
Yes.
He was not skipping around those bases. He was kicking up dirt. He's pretty quick to be so little.
And he's stumpy. Like, Rhett's not fat. he's just solid.
He is.
And them little low legs. And
Jody, we didn't really enjoy dinner. We were trying to eat it so fast to get on.
We were eating leftovers tonight because we just got in, and we were eating two different things. We're both trying to hurry to get done. So Crawdads beat us last night. Judson actually saying, yes, do go Crawdads. Actually,
but there's not going to be any highlights from the Crawdads on there.
Actually, I have a video. I think I got the video of Judson getting somebody I think
Well,
Judson.
Judson caught a fly ball
I
last
think I
night.
have a video of Judson catching that fly ball last night. So I'll have to look and see.
He did almost pass the runner in front of him. They got a little out of order. Yeah, Big Family Small Farm didn't know we did one tonight.
Yes.
No. We don't come on till
we just got on.
We do ours at 8:00.
Yes.
So that was when Big Family. I got in the truck when I left work, and I had to go deliver a load of feed. So I dropped off a load of chicken feed, and I get back in the truck and I look at my phone and they're live. So I click it on, and you didn't know any of this, so I'll fill you in because Angie's gonna tell on me anyway.
Oh gosh.
So I click it on, and I said, "Hey guys, just saw y'all on, and I'm driving home." And Wes says, "I don't know if this is Nick or Zoe, but hey, Chestnut Hills." And I said, "It's Nick driving home. Zoe's somewhere busy on the farm."
I was very busy.
And he said, "So Zoe's busy while you're just driving."
Yep. Sure thing, because I tested out. Huh?
Chris said Walker was on same time as Big Family.
Yeah, Walker Farm Fam was on live. I saw a while ago when I was scrolling a little bit that they were, they had went live earlier today with some baby goats. I think I didn't get to watch it, but I did.
So it wasn't like a regular live. They were going live because they had something going on.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Papa's Kitchen. In Jersey, she said, "How is Jersey doing?" I haven't even posted a reel yet today. I'm so behind.
You better hurry up.
I'm so behind today. But I think I have one with goats that's gonna go out. If not, it'll be tomorrow. But she's doing great. They got new green grass yesterday, and
yeah, they got moved yesterday.
So. They are just bouncing all over the place.
Oh, theirs was unplanned too. So I didn't know when they missed their live the other day. I thought they were going to try to do it on Tuesday. They had mentioned maybe doing it on Tuesday and just working around Cog Hill, but I got in and saw it on my phone. I might as well listen to it. I put it on the Bluetooth through the speakers and tried to talk my comments in there, and I'd have to look and see if it was saying the right thing. Because there's no telling. With Cornbread talking, there's no telling what my phone might think I said.
Yeah, I said we ought to, and it put me something crazy on there trying to send to you. It didn't know what ought to or oughta was.
Jody was talking about their sheep, so we saw the
baby doll,
their baby sheep.
Yes,
but they're having goats. We got baby goats and baby pigs, and hopefully we're done with babies for a little while.
Please, Lord.
Well, we put out one video about baby pigs.
We've put out 3 in a row.
No, when we put out the first one, then we would go live, and I would have to just try not to say anything. Me and Zoe both almost messed up the last live.
Poking each other. Don't say anything about them babies. Yes, so she said that was the plan, but with Sebastian passing yesterday, that would have been a mess.
That's got to be Wes in there typing, "Keep the baby pigs." That's Wes typing, because Angie wouldn't say such as that.
Yeah, but, I'm sorry about Sebastian.
You know, with them dealing with Sebastian and little Jay and Bella at Daniels, and Dixie's having issues at Lester's, Jamie's horse. And then Caddy, I was like, man, it's just everybody's experiencing a little loss.
They are.
It's just right together, you know.
That's sad.
So I was kind of thinking about that today, and I guess it was 2 days ago that they did a live talking about Dixie, Jamie's horse.
Yeah. MC said, were those lives on Facebook? She didn't say anything here. Walker Farm Fam typically goes live on Facebook.
Yeah, they usually just do it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't do it. They don't do the multi-streaming platform, so they are typically only live on Facebook. Now,
Wes, I have to answer that because I was actually watching him because of a notification on YouTube, but I'm assuming he was probably on both. I don't know.
Wes, what kind of streaming platform do y'all use? That's a good question.
It's a good question.
But yeah, she said, let's stop the sad train and lift now.
All the farms.
Yep.
Well, they need to. Everybody's just
hey, Mr. Jim,
experiencing a little loss, which is just part of it.
StreamYard too.
Okay, they're doing the same thing we're doing.
Yeah. Well, it's just part of it, and it's sad when it happens, But one thing we do know is all these people that are having loss, we know that everybody does the best that they can. That's never from neglect.
Yeah, there's no question what's happening. I mean, yeah, this without a doubt, you're going to experience some loss on the farm, but
it don't make it any easier.
Personally know how these people deal with their animals, and it's not in question.
Yeah.
I hope that Caddy's not in question because we have no idea what happened with her. But hey, we got 25 other baby pigs that Cliff can ask about. He'll want to update on baby pigs every time we come on.
Well, Catherine asked about bees a while ago. So
all right, go ahead. I don't know anything about bees.
So bees are doing good. They're everywhere, and I've got to get I need to get containers. Remind me, we need to get containers this weekend. I need to wash all your other bee stuff. And I'm going to get it all stacked and put away. And then what I'm going to do is I need to, tomorrow on my to-do list is I got to make sugar water because there's 9 of them that are empty. They went through that in a week.
So Carolyn was just asking, speaking of sugar water, Brooke was trying to feed hers.
Oh.
Or actually, she was trying to feed Tanya's.
That's another one I didn't get to watch because I was busy.
But she was talking about it on the live, and she was doing a feeding, and Mary Carl said she would go ahead and get started. And there was one hive she didn't want to fool with, and it ate Brooke up.
Well, we've got angry bees too. We've got one hive that is an angry hive, and so it's so angry that when Miss Tanya brought it, she wore her bee suit in the truck.
She did, but it had been raining.
Yeah, bees do not like to be messed with when it's raining, especially. And so she loaded them onto the back of the truck and brought them. And so she just took her veil off in the truck, but she wore her bee suit. That way, when she got out, she didn't have to get dressed with them bees right there trying to get to her. But
I don't want to change the subject because I want you to finish talking about your bees, but I'm losing the comment. I had to take it back off. Thanksgiving turkeys. Wes was asking, did we have Thanksgiving turkeys started yet? We have our first batch of broilers in.
Chicken.
So we'll get our chickens started and we'll get the turkeys in July.
Yes.
And they will be ready. We get them in July, fresh. They'll be ready in November.
Yeah, for fresh.
Because we don't want people to have to thaw their turkeys out. So we try to go ahead and let people pick those up. They go ahead and reserve them and they pick them up the week of Thanksgiving.
Yeah. But bees are good.
Yes, go with the bees.
I'm just saying bees are good. I'm not brave enough to get out there without a full suit on anyway. And
well, Brooke has a veil and didn't even bother to put it on.
Well, they typically like,
but she does it. She goes from behind like you do, and feeds them, and what hadn't been an issue. But there was one hive that was angry. You need to go back and watch the live because she told the whole story. And
yeah, I'm gonna have to because that's interesting to hear.
It sounded miserable because she didn't get away from them. They were tangled up in her hair, and
yeah, I had that one that got me right here that first day, and it. That's all I could think about the whole time I was helping was my head being stung right there. I couldn't imagine all over my head. And she's got thick hair.
Yeah.
She's got thick hair.
They were stuck all in her hair.
Oh, no. God,
Sharon, we try to warn him a lot when he gets into their flight path. Hey, get away from the bees.
Which where we've got him at now, it's hard to without doing it intentionally.
Yeah, and he is pretty good about staying away from them.
Yeah,
I mean, he don't. he hasn't been going over there messing with them, but sometimes he can get into an area where I feel like he may be getting into their flight path, and I pull him back and remind him that they're over there. But we haven't had any issues with Rhett. I did have one the day I was talking to Tanya. I had one get inside my sunglasses. It was on the inside, on the lens. And I took my sunglasses off, and it didn't go away, and it came back to my face. Well, what am I going to do? I start swatting.
Right.
Zoe, first thing she said is, well, don't swat at them.
Mm-hmm.
No. I've spent the last 45 years swatting at bees. I'm probably going to do it. And I did.
That's what I did is that one.
I swatted.
That one that got my head instinct is you got a bee flying around your head, you swat it. And when I did, I swatted it right in my head.
Well, I told Tanya, I said, Zoe told me not to swat, but I'm going to swat at them. And she said, that's all right. My husband does too.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. She said, I thought that too. My son has been stung by wasps 3 times. He was taught and warned. Well, that's how you're gonna learn. I mean, we prevent.
It's something that's going to be on our farm.
Yes.
It's not really any different than anything else. We can't let him just go into the pig pen by himself.
Right.
I mean, he can't just walk out there by himself and start petting on Henry.
Right. And we don't, and we tell him all the time.
We stay really close. And it's like yesterday. Yesterday, something was making our pigs anxious.
We were at the garden, and we can see the pigs in the distance.
And the sows were running in and out of the woods. So I said, Zoe, I need to go see what's got them stirred up. And when I walk down there, naturally, Rhett's going with me.
Right.
But when I get there, Rhett, do not cross this wire because they're stirred up. And I told Zoe I went into the woods to see what had them agitated. And Gertrude comes up to me and she's grunting and looking at me. And she's fine. She's very gentle. Henry is extremely gentle. But yesterday, Henry made me nervous.
Yeah.
And I told Zoe, I said, that's the first time that Henry's ever made me nervous. Because he come running down through those woods where I was at. And I'm like.
He thought you were the threat.
I think he was just coming to see what I was doing. But once he got to me, he stopped and kind of just looked at me, and I rubbed his head and rubbed his back, and he went back up the hill. But whatever had them freaked out, we found out it was one of the little ones got separated.
Mm-hmm.
And it was down there squealing, and it was in trees and stuff, and that little one squealing had them all agitated, even Henry.
Yeah, because it had gotten outside the fence.
Yeah.
And so they couldn't get to it, and they're all kind of panicking.
Yeah.
But that we would definitely have, and Rhett didn't go in the fence. You didn't let him in, and he didn't go in.
No, but it's one of those things. So naturally, you would also try to keep him out of areas with the bees, but it's not something that we're just going to get rid of. I mean, there's risk out there, you know.
That's right. Well, I mean, and it's like equipment. You have to he learns to stay out of the way of the equipment. Whoever's on the equipment, we are constantly saying, where's Rhett?
Where's Rhett?
Because it's like if we can't see him playing or over there, we're always checking around us and we're looking at each other going, where's Rhett? Do you have eyes on Rhett? You know, we don't want to squish our bug.
No. And he doesn't understand it, but if I'm running the tiller or the bush hog, he can't ride the tractor with me.
Yes.
And it makes him so mad.
Yes. Hey, Miss Linda.
That makes him so angry that he can't ride that tractor with me.
But it's a risk we don't want to take.
If I'm running the bush hog or the tiller, he can't get on there.
Mm-hmm. So she said, will we get some honey from them? Yes. Actually, every time I help Miss Tanya, when we helped extract and all, she always gives us a jar of honey.
I love it when Zoe goes and helps. I don't care anything for the bees, but that honey sure is good.
It is good, but that's part of it. Her having them on our land, we reap so many benefits of it. And
absolutely.
You know, we'll get honey, and she's got me a place set up for when we can catch my own swarms. It's just a time coming. So while hers are there, we're also expanding it to allow me to have my own there too.
Yeah.
Would the donkeys help the pigs? I need my chest. Would the donkeys help the pigs? In our situation, no. I mean, they might, but our pigs are tucked away in the woods, and I don't think the donkeys would like that too much.
No,
donkeys are more of a pasture animal. What?
I was reading Ursula's comment. She was saying that a while ago, and I got confused, and I was like, I don't know what that means, but
it was probably her talking, her talk to text. The knights in 15th century knights would say when they won the games in a toe tournament. Ret Huzza is the shouting. The knights.
I didn't know that. That's why she was saying that.
Uh-huh.
I was trying to read it, and I was like, I'm not sure what that's supposed to say.
So we have some ground. I saw where Mr. Jim was saying something about when you run over ground hornets. And you can't get
Yellow
away.
Jackets.
You can't get away fast enough.
Yellow Jackets build huge nests under the ground.
Oh, tell me.
And if you're on a tractor, you are not getting away from them.
Why don't you tell me a little bit more about that when I had them stuck all in my leggings?
You did run over that nest, didn't you? That was the same nest that Chance got into.
I got at the farm. We had one at the farm.
Yeah.
And I was cutting grass, and I run over that thing, and they got all in my pants and stung my legs all up. And then we had it here at home. Brett was swinging at something, and I went over there and I stepped on it, and they were stuck in my leggings. Like I couldn't get them. They got in it somehow, and I couldn't get them away because they were inside of my pants. So yes, I can relate to that. Hey, poor man. She's tapping maple trees this year and going to make her own maple syrup.
Well, maybe Sarah send us some syrup. Ooh. We can swap out some honey.
That's right, because I wouldn't even know where to begin with all that.
Well, we've got maple trees, but I don't know.
We have maple trees?
I mean, locally, we don't have.
I was going to say, we do?
I mean, we have maple trees around here, but it's usually, I think, Sarah, isn't it colder climates that they produce enough sap or whatever to produce syrup? I don't know that much about it, but I was reading something about it that you wasn't able to really do much with it here. I don't
know. She said she'd lose her pants. Sue said they chase you when she cut yards every day. She had to get gasoline to a nest that got me. We had to do that. That's what your dad did.
That's what Daddy put down in there.
Put down in that hole because they did. They were following me on the lawnmower. I had to just leave for a little while.
You're not getting away from them. Now, we were, and this is when we were teenagers, when we had the horses at my uncle's farm. My brother was on a Ford 8N tractor. And it's not like your tractor.
Yeah.
When you get up out of the seat, it shuts off.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything like that on that tractor. And he was bush hogging, and he ran up under a hornet's nest.
Oh.
And he went one way and left the tractor going that way.
Oh, goodness.
We just had to get it when it run up a hill into a tree. Because he jumped off of it. There was hornets everywhere.
Let's not talk about bees no more. Mr. Poor Man, we are not really.
We're 20 minutes in.
Yeah, you're here and good.
We're
just talking about getting stung by bees.
We're just talking about whatever random.
Look, I look so homeless. I did not even brush my hair after I took a shower.
Well, we was in a little bit of a rush.
I mean, I should have done something new when I was going live.
Well, I just threw on a hat because typically I take a haircut before my live.
I take a haircut.
I shave my head.
I shave my head. So,
how long have you been with me? You should be used to this by now.
But so guess what we found? We were talking the other day about.
I'm gonna throw that reminder up there. Christina's telling them hit the lives. I see all kind of folks in here on the live, but we're not getting that many like buttons. We need to get some like buttons up there.
There we go. All right, so she's talking about petals from the past. Talk about it.
Petals from the past. April the 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Jason gave a little bit of an update on his live Tuesday.
Yeah. Hey, Diana.
I wish Miss Judy was on here tonight because I know she's getting the Cog Squad to visit her, but I was going to warn her that Jason actually gave a date that they're going to visit Miss Judy, and I said, "There ain't no telling how many people's going to visit her farm that day." Miss Judy may have all kind of visitors that day.
Ooh.
And I'm not going to mention it because he might not have meant to, but he did. But we're going to go visit Miss Judy too very soon.
We are, because I want to go pet her alpaca.
But since Aunt Lucy asked about it, the Petals from the Past event coming up April the 22nd.
We're so excited.
It is going to be awesome.
We got stickers to give away too.
We're going to give away some stickers. And we'll have Jacqueline and Zach there, and Eleanor from Head Family Farm, Wes and Angie from Big Family Small Farm, of course Jason and Brooke, and then we'll have the twins from Perry Hill,
Danette and Denise,
and Tracy from Just Dig It, Tracy and Jean.
Jukebox Jean. I like listening to him sing. He'll be singing the whole day.
Lil Cahaba Junkin, back in Bama, who we just found out the last time we were on live. We were talking about that's Brown Thumb Nursery,
which we've been following for about a year.
Yeah. So, who am I forgetting? A&W Mini Farm. I don't want to forget them. Who did I forget, Zoe? Don't let me forget. Simply Lake and Lace.
Yeah.
I forgot them.
Yep.
Well, Finally Home in Bama is their new name or YouTube name.
We're excited about it. And then, yes, it'll be again in the fall. And it will be not just homesteading YouTube.
No, the one in September will be lots of people.
Yes, it's open to any YouTubers in our area or around. And I think then we're going to have tables set up that we can sell things.
Yeah, you can have things
so
there.
I'm probably going to sell
bet
some
Caddy Wampus brings some soap.
I think I'm going to do
some baked
goods.
If this one is just Alabama, I'm sure Jason and them will be here from Caddy Wampus, and figure Greg and Sheila from Hoss might come again. They were there last year.
They were there last year. Yeah. I think they are planning to come in the fall.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. And I think, and it won't be, I said it won't just be
No, it'll be people
lots.
From wherever. Meg's Little House in the Country says she's been following Judy for a while, and she's got a good size Facebook following.
Yeah, and she's just gotten her YouTube going, and it's got a good little following.
She's probably picking up some momentum. Valerie said she just watched her for the first time today.
Yeah,
she's a really nice lady.
She is,
and she does like the school tours, and it's just, and it's a sanctuary.
It is.
People that like watching Lester and would probably enjoy her channel because she's more of a sanctuary.
And Dale's coming in the fall. That'd be great.
You'll get to see Miss Ann again.
The Tropics. What's their official name? Black Tropics.
I honestly don't remember. We met them in Milton.
They'll probably come too. Them and Ann Dale hook up together a good bit for their travels.
And that'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So Miss Ann's coming in September.
Yeah, that'd be great.
She jumps on here every once in a while.
She does. Carolyn said it's been so cold, and she had to replant her seedlings.
Well, we just didn't even bother to plant anything but the peas because we knew we had some more coming.
Well, I had plans to start some seeds this weekend.
Miss Sue says she's hanging way in next week.
Black's Tropical.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I was close.
I won't say never, because I did catch her when they were roasting marshmallows on the couch.
Yeah.
But I rarely can catch her lives because she's like during the day.
She does like
And
Tuesday mornings, and
I'll come back and see where she posted it or something, but I'll
mm-hmm.
be in a meeting or whatever. I rarely get to catch one of her lives.
I just love her. She's so sweet. She's doing a lot of prepping videos now, like on her Tuesdays about preparedness. Not really prepping, but preparedness for if the power goes out, what you can do instead of XYZ.
Oh, they're having a big expo in Savannah, Georgia.
I think that's the one that Black's Tropical is.
Are they like hosting
it? Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They're gonna have like live bands and such.
Mm.
It was colder in Clinton this morning than Michigan. Oh, wow.
Well, that's interesting.
That is. We had a very nice day.
You know, this morning was not terrible, though.
We had.
When I went out to go to work, this morning was not bitter. There was a couple of mornings that it was painful.
Yeah.
Right there.
Poor man said he put our live in his alarms for Wednesday at 5:55 Pacific time. I love it.
That'll work.
Watch out, Savannah. That's right. Miss Sue's coming for you.
So I missed, what's the baby turtle video?
I haven't seen it. I'd have to go back and look. Miss Ann must have made a.
Well, we'll have to go look that up because I need to see what the baby turtle was all about.
Well, I had every intention. Now that I have all my seeds here, I also did an order in my gardener for some flowers. They have some really cool flowers that I wanted. And so I got all my stuff in, and my plan for my makeshift greenhouse got changed a little bit. So I'm going to make a video on that. So
yeah, but we can't tell them why.
I'm not going to tell them why. So things are changing a little bit in that way, but I'll be able to start my seeds before Easter.
Sarah said it got up to 38 today. People were wearing shorts.
Y'all, it was 60 degrees at baseball game last night, and I kept texting Nick telling him how cold I was. It was probably 58.
She was making sure to tell me how cold she was. Well, on the truck thermometer, when I cranked it to come get you, it was 54.
Well, that was at 9 o'clock. Aunt Judy passed away peacefully last night. Just wanted to let us know. I am so sorry to hear that, but peacefully is the best way. And
I wanted to make sure that Mr. Jim knew, that was the comment that popped up late on our live.
It was.
And we were actually shutting down, and we saw it, and I put it in my notes, but I didn't get a chance to respond to you to let you know I had seen it. So
that's right.
And I didn't think about it. It's still on my notes here for prayer requests, but I did want to make sure that you knew that we did see that. We were shutting down the live, and your comment popped up as we were going off, so I didn't get to respond.
That's right. I'm sorry.
But she did go on the list.
Mm-hmm. But we wouldn't ask for any other way but peacefully,
That's the way I want to go.
Me too. I want to go, and then I'm going to come back and haunt you.
You haunt me while you living, woman.
I know. Got to keep it going.
I wanted to ask if the people on our live, because these are the folks we talk to more than anybody else anyway.
That's right.
If I ain't talking to you or somebody at work, it's just the folks on the live.
That's right.
Nobody else hears from me. Have y'all seen an article? I read it today. A website that has been back active in the last, several days, week, something like that. And they think that they are trying to make a comeback.
Wait, hold the phone. 60 degrees and people are going swimming in the lake. Lord have mercy.
Well, Zoe, they're not in Alabama. You're cold. I was making fun of you on the last video I edited because you told them it's mid-40s and I am shivering.
I was.
And I was like, God, Zoe, you're talking to people in Minnesota that got 22 inches of snow.
Miss Sue's right. Never.
What?
No, it'd be too cold. Never go swimming at 60 degrees.
Well, Miss Sue's in Orlando. Orlando's like always swimming weather.
Let's see. I missed some. Okay, Blockbusters. There's
That
Wendy.
G&G has it. Y'all, I read an article today that they are trying to make a comeback with Blockbuster.
Wow.
Are you even old enough to remember Blockbuster?
Very vaguely. I used to get so excited because I would think I saw the movie I wanted all the way across the room only to get back there and it was not it. Like somebody had stuck the movie behind another movie behind the box of the movie.
Y'all, that was like a highlight to go to Blockbuster or another one that we had here, Movie Gallery.
Yeah, Movie Gallery.
Get to go in one of those two.
That's what it was.
And pick out a movie, and you had to go like right after school on Friday, or all the good movies would be gone.
That's right.
Man,
we would get pizza.
That was awesome.
It was, but
sadly, I was maybe 8 or 9 when we had a Radio Shack here, and it'd be like for your birthday or somebody sleeping over or something like that. If you had a friend staying over Friday night after school, we would have to go rent a VCR. They rented VCRs with the VHS tapes. So we didn't even have a VCR. I thought we were high dollar when my dad bought one.
We had a VCR.
But, well, Zoe, you're 10 years younger than me. Everybody had it by the time you come along.
Wait. Parisha. I think that's right. Parisha. I might be saying that wrong. She just got home from work. Glad she could catch our lives. It's supposed to be 75 and 80 in Virginia.
We're going into the 80s this week.
It was so beautiful today. And I was so excited to be able to be outside. I think that's why we that's why we were running so late.
What's MC, are you asking for a update on the website, or are you talking about you hadn't heard the one I was referring to?
Probably hadn't heard that one.
Okay.
Coldness is part of weight loss surgery. Yes, it is. I lost. We were talking about this at Emmy's birthday party the other day. Chrissy was saying she lost her internal heater. It's like when you lost the weight, all that heater.
Zoe's been cold ever since she had that surgery. She's been cold.
I just stay cold. I would love for it to be mid-40s here in East Idaho.
Well, that's what I was trying to tell her. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, I'm not editing that out. I'm just going to let them make fun of her.
Yeah.
But and you had another Zoeism.
Oh, there's Chrissy. I was just talking about her. Hey, Chrissy.
Because you said it's shivery.
Yes. The baby was shivery.
The baby was shivery.
It was.
Sue Poor man's homestead.
8 or 9. She was 25, 35.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
But
do you remember the beta?
Poor man's homestead. I agree 100%. My parents used to tell me how pretty.
Christina.
They had like a really pretty drive-in here, like with water fountains and all kinds of stuff. They would tell us about it. Well, it closed for many, many years, and somebody reopened it one time. And it was, I'm fixing to really tell on myself. The movie that I saw at the drive-in was Ghostbusters.
Oh.
It was at the drive-in.
Oh.
We saw that and Ice Pirates.
I don't even know what that is.
It was not a good movie. But
I do not want to go to a drive-in because I don't want to have to sit and listen to a movie with my kids in the car.
Well, they opened a drive-in in North Alabama.
I would make them sit outside.
Well, they had one in Harpersville for a while, like recently in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And it just, nobody would go.
Back in 83, I went to classes with Mom to learn how to use and cook with the microwave. I learned that.
Boy man wants to hide in the trunk.
Miss Sue said there's still one in Ocala.
I think the one in North Alabama may still be open, but they tried one in Harpersville, and I just don't think anybody would ever go.
I like what Mr. Jim said. I have a serious question. Since my parents are deceased, that makes me an orphan. Have you and Zoe considered adoption? I'm 56 and housebroken. I always wanted brothers.
Well, he's already wanted to come work at the farm as a goat sitter or something?
As the farmhand. Mom and Dad would take the truck and camper and turn it around backwards, and we all sat in the camper. That's even better.
See, that's cool.
That is cool.
See,
Spring
Papa's
chickens.
Kitchen, he's like, their first VCR was around $800 in '85.
Oh my!
I don't know how much it was, but I know they were expensive, and
yeah, the Shepherd.
I thought, I'm telling you, I had made it among my classmates when we got a VCR at our house.
See, for me,
we didn't have to rent it at Radio Shack.
For me, that was when Blu-ray. I was already out on my own when Blu-ray came out. I guess it'd been DVD because my dad bought all kind of DVDs.
Well, I did get to experience the drive-in a couple of times, and Clanton tried to open its theater a couple of times. Saw E.T. and Gremlins at our theater. Were you even born?
I was going to say, I think E.T.'s older than me.
Zoe's probably not even born.
I know what it is, but I think it was made before I was born. Yeah, that's what I remember. Lawn chairs. Dad was...
Miss Sue said that she had to have one to tape General. I know what that means.
Oh, yeah.
That she was taping General Hospital while she was at work because my mother had a collection of VCR tapes with All My Children or something on there. One of them.
Grammy Nick's.
Days of Our Lives. That's what it was.
Grammy's gone. Was it your grandmother that you always watched it with, too?
Yeah.
Papa said he's the first on the adoption list. The Farmer Rhett Wrangler.
He gets a kick out of Farmer Rhett. Most people do.
Sarah thought they were high living when they got a color TV.
Y'all, I was thinking about this the other day. I was in Walmart, which I hate going in Walmart. And we rarely do since Zoe has discovered grocery pickup because she makes a grocery pickup once a week and we avoid it like the plague.
Mm-hmm.
But I was actually inside.
Oh, that's cool, Candy.
And I had to get a cable, a computer cable. And I'm looking over there and a 70-inch
I was going to
flat screen. 70-inch flat screen.
I saw it too.
Smart TV. You used to have to mortgage your house to buy one. Mm-hmm. It was $258.
It sure was. I saw it too. And I almost put one in my cart just because it was a 70-inch for $200-something.
That is absurd.
Do you remember they used to be like $5,000?
Yeah.
When they first, especially
Zoe,
70-inch.
The first LCD TV or LED TV I had was like 40-something inches. And I made payments on it.
Yes.
They have a 24-inch flat screen for $88.
Yeah.
I'm like, we could get all the kids one of them and they'd leave us the heck alone. Oh, no. Papa's Kitchen recorded over his wedding with Cagney and Lacey.
Oh, no. That's not a good thing. I don't even know who they are, but you recorded over it.
Cagney and Lacey was my time. It was a series that came on at night. It was two women detectives.
Jody said that would be over $1,000 plus there. Woo.
Oh, my gosh.
Valerie, me too. She said the idea of going to Walmart puts her in a panic. Me too. If I have to go to Walmart, I do it about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning when all the retired people are in there and it's a little slower paced. You're not as rushed.
Right.
If anybody's rushing, it's probably me rushing around everybody. But I come out of there in just a frazzle, just a nervous shaking.
I saw a comment. Is everybody hating Walmart?
Yeah.
Oh, never had an Atari.
Uh-huh.
I did have an Atari. I got an Atari for Christmas one year and wore it out. But I thought that was the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, she's
I didn't know anything about graphics.
Remember when there only used to be a TV in the living room? Now there's one in every
Yeah.
room.
Well, now that's how I got to play on my Atari, was the little black and white with the rabbit ears that they had retired from the kitchen.
We had a TV in our kitchen one time.
Yeah.
My dad, we did. Mom and Dad had one in their kitchen until they
Diana,
moved.
you ain't getting nothing over on me. I'm a Gunsmoke fan too.
Oh, we still watch Gunsmoke.
I'm still a Gunsmoke fan.
I like the westerns.
I had the 2600, Paw.
Alan said he forgot how much younger I am till I say things like, "Who's Cagney and Lacey?"
Cagney and Lacey and Starsky and Hutch were my two favorite cop shows. And he had Hill Street Blues, but I knew the theme song for that meant I had to go to bed.
Well, you talk about old shows. No one remembers Chico and the Man. Do you remember that?
I would be lying if I said I remembered that one.
Please, Cornbread, you are not that old.
I'm old enough to have watched Gunsmoke as a kid because I had a cowboy hat look just like Festus.
Oh my gosh.
Now we started on the old shows because I went back and found some old hee-haw on the RFD channel. That's and showed it to Zoe. The RFD channel was awesome.
To go on a whole nother branch here, what is that show I used to like to watch on RFD channel? You
liked the polka show.
I love watching the polka dancing.
I did not understand that.
I loved it. I could watch it for hours.
Alan, I didn't get to stay up and watch MASH either. I got to watch Andy Griffith and MASH come on after it, and I had to go to bed.
See, Andy Griffith was before my time, but I love it now. We watch Andy Griffith. If we gonna watch anything.
Yes, I did. What? I see Grammy on there talking about, yes, you did. I didn't get to watch MASH. It was time to go to bed when MASH come on.
Grammy's getting you. Lawrence Welk.
Nah, I cannot claim that one. But I was a big Chips fan. That was Ponch and John. I was a big Chips fan.
I never watched that. We watch MASH.
We do occasionally. It still comes on.
He saw Festus at a rodeo in Waco, Texas.
Well, that would have been cool.
Reruns.
Look, I didn't say it wasn't reruns. I just said I watched it.
See, all this y'all are saying, I've only seen reruns.
Hey, I see 2 or 3 different people kicking up Dukes of Hazzard.
Green Acres. That's me and Nick's story right there. I hated Lawrence Welk.
I don't know that I ever saw Lawrence Welk.
I'm named after Gunsmoke. His son was named Mark, so my sister.
I see people talking about Dukes of Hazzard.
Uh-huh.
Y'all, I was born in 1977. So that means that everybody my age had a crush on Daisy Duke.
That's right.
She was everybody's first love. I watched Captain Kangaroo too, so I'm not too far behind on that one. I think it was Brooke and Jason. Something came up about Captain Kangaroo the other day, and Brooke didn't know who it was either.
I have no idea.
Jason did, but I don't think Brooke did. He didn't know. She didn't know who Captain Kangaroo. I want to say it was them. I may be wrong, but Magnum P.I. was a little bit older for. Klinger was from Diana's hometown. Well, cool.
Yeehaw, TJ, Hooker. Keep going. Ouch. JR Puffin stuff. What in the world?
I'm missing that one.
Ed Sullivan. I don't even know who that is.
I know who Ed Sullivan
Alan's
is.
Got Daisy with the hard eyes.
Of course.
Her father has an engraving of a polka couple on his gravestone. My parents were awesome polka dancers.
So it's a young girl.
It is.
Well, lady, but she's a younger woman.
Yeah, your mama said yes, you did. You had a Festus hat.
Play some instruments, but she plays the music, but
yeah,
she's not that old.
Accordion. Yeah.
Yeah, but she plays
several.
She played several instruments.
Yeah.
And Zoe would watch her show, and it's like polka dancing. They're going in a circle, and Zoe would just watch it all afternoon. I'm like, what in the world?
I love it. I just love watching it and listening to it and watching the people dancing and.
Oh gosh, Meg's done give us a list.
Star Trek, Addams Family, Lost in Space, Green Acres.
Y'all, I had to break it to Mackenzie that she was about 4 different versions late on the Addams Family.
Oh man,
I was like, no.
She thought the one that came out in the 90s was the original, where Christina Ricci played.
Yeah.
But I can't remember who the other ones were that were on there. She thought that was the original. The original Addams
Martha's
Family.
reminding me she has a daughter 2 years younger than me. I watched Hogan's Heroes.
75-inch Samsung TV at Best Buy is over $1,000 in DC. Wow!
I'm telling you, this was a 70-inch TV for like $248.
It might have been an off-brand, but either way,
it was a Roku TV.
That's even better. We need
It
to
was
go
just
get
absurd. I'm telling you, the little bitty one was $88.
We'll
it was 24 inches, but it was a flat screen.
I know. We can go get that 70-inch and put it in our bedroom. It'll take up half the wall, but we
couldn't get far enough away from it to be able to watch it.
We wouldn't need our glasses.
Diana says she is straight up hippie.
I don't know who Captain Kangaroo. See, I'm like Saved by the Bell, and that's the kind of stuff that I watched.
I did watch Captain Kangaroo. Charlie's Angels with Farrah Fawcett. Of course, I watched Charlie's Angels.
The jingle from Green Acres is a catchy tune. Who was it? Flomaton Famous. Their picture that they use for social media is them looking like Green Acres. He's in his overalls with his pitchfork, and she's got on her fancy clothes and her handbag. It's really cute.
Sarah, I did mean boys. She said she was born in 75, and she promises she never had a crush on Daisy. But I bet you did have a crush on Bo or Luke. Tennessee Mountain Man watched Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, and I did too.
How about Mr. Ed the Talking Horse?
Now, it may have been on replays too. I watched Mr. Ed, but all of those shows that were black and white were like reruns by the time I'm watching them, but I do know what all these were.
I don't know. I just know the tune. The Jetsons. I know who the Jetsons are. See, the Flintstones, I never knew the Flintstones except for the Flintstones that were Dan Aykroyd. Was it Dan Aykroyd that did it? The movie?
I don't remember. The only one I remember was his secretary being Halle Berry.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking. That's the only one.
Yeah, but I don't know any of the rest of the movie.
Your colors are showing.
I thought by now we'd be like the Jetsons too. I've got to be honest. Aunt Lucy, we ought to have flying cars by now. And a robot maid.
We're just now getting. Good night, Mr. Jim. We're just now getting where we got electric cars, and they're still crashing people into stuff and running over folks. Your mama said you like to watch Riverdance. We still watch Riverdance every once in a while.
Yeah, I got a kick out of it.
Bell bottoms and dingo boots.
I'm trying to catch up on these comments. I know that I'm behind, y'all. I'm sorry. Zoe's reading stuff off. Somebody mentioned Hogan's Heroes a while ago.
Do you remember Grudges and Grins?
I do not.
I don't know that. Bo Duke. She liked Bo Duke.
Well, there's one Bo Duke. We haven't got Sarah to admit to one yet.
You ain't gotten there yet.
I'm working on it. It was John Goodman.
Yes,
Gail's
that's right.
right.
That's
It was
right.
John
That's
Goodman.
the one I remember. That's the only version of it I knew of for a long time. I know, Miss Sue. She said that wasn't the original. We're catching up.
Oh, there it is. She did admit to it. She said she crushed on both. She said Flintstones was a Saturday morning cartoon.
Who was the lady on Hee Haw that wore the hat with the price tag?
Minnie Pearl.
Minnie Pearl.
Oh, goodness.
Miss Catherine was going to marry Bo Duke.
I was going to marry Daisy too, but
Loretta
she might have been a little bit older than me.
Minnie Pearl. Nick tells us all the time when we try to do something. He said, you always call us Minnie Pearl.
And nobody knows who it is.
We have no clue. And I still don't know who Margaret is. And I always tell you, it's me again, Margaret.
That's a Ray Stevens song about the streak.
I don't know.
Maybe I'm going to have to look it up for you. It's a streaker.
I tell Nick, I call him and he goes, yes. And I'll go, it's me again, Margaret.
No, that's the, it's me again, Margaret. He's on the phone. He's, golly, what's the name of that song? Somebody tell me what the name of that Ray Stevens song is where he's calling Margaret on the payphones.
I call Nick. He goes, what? Yes.
The street was Ethel. He was talking to Ethel.
And
was his wife.
I go, it's me again, Margaret. He'll go, yes. Ethel, get your clothes on.
Yes, it was Ethel, but I need to know which song it was where he was calling from the payphone. Golly, why can't I think of the name of that? That's when he was talking. It's me again, Margaret. I guess that is the name again.
I love it. I tell you that all the time. Yeah, Patrick Swayze. See, Dirty Dancing was I love Dirty Dancing.
Zoe still watches Dirty Dancing every time it comes on.
I could recite the entire movie.
She wants to run across the room and me hold her up in the air, but it ain't happening.
Every time I run, he just kind of holds his hand out and knocks me down.
You know they believe you.
No, they know better because I'd have handprint on my forehead all the time.
Hey,
see, Bewitched.
Donnie and Marie, I got to see them at the Jemison Music Park. My parents had season tickets to a music park right here in Jemison, Alabama.
Uh-huh.
And boy, was that another crush that knocked Daisy Duke out of the way, was Marie Osmond.
Sarah said she was wanted to marry Jethro because she would be the smart one.
Now, I didn't have any kind of crush on, was it Ellie Mae? Was that her name?
Yeah.
I didn't have any of that.
Thelma. I can see Miss Sue being Thelma and Louise. I can see her playing both parts. I like Grease, but Dirty Dancing has just got my heart. The second I hear that music coming on, I go into my own little movie. I can play every part on there.
You honestly never know where this live is going to head. We've gotten into 60s, 70s, 80s, some 50s shows.
That's all right.
And you don't know most of them.
I don't. Mandrill.
Yeah, the Mandrill sisters.
I don't know who they are.
You don't know who Barbara Mandrill is? She was the most famous, probably, but Barbara and Louise Mandrill. Lord, Zoe.
Yeah, your daddy held on to Marie's leg when she walked through the audience.
I don't blame her. Marie's old now and still got pretty legs.
Oh, Lord.
I'm joking. She's on all the diet commercials.
She is.
But there was a crush there when they were at the music park. I thought that she was so pretty.
She is pretty. She got that dark hair. She's just.
Well, this was, my goodness, Zoe, 35 years ago.
Oh, she's still a pretty woman.
I don't know who Dr. Kildare is.
I don't either. We'll have to look that one up.
I've got to look up all kinds of stuff. All this stuff that people have been talking about tonight, you didn't know who any of y'all
Well, you
was.
know, one of our favorite things is to pull up on YouTube and listen to old songs.
We used to do that a lot when we had some time.
Yeah.
We don't have time anymore. But we used to would just sit up here and pull up YouTube, and I would pull up songs because my genre is way away from Zoe's. So
my genre is like, no, we like a lot of the same what they now call, what is it? What do they call those?
Part of Dirty Dancing was filmed close to her home in Virginia. Zoe has watched that so
I would love to go to where they do have the camp. That would be so cool to see. Well, it's time.
Are we done now?
No, but yes. It's been fun.
I know that I missed a bunch of shows because people were throwing stuff out there. And I know I missed
show back in the 50s and 60s.
Oh, well, I missed it. The first hospital show I remember, and I think he was a medical examiner, was Quincy.
I don't know who that is.
But then they had, like, St. Elsewhere was a hospital show. And
I don't know what that is either.
I know you don't. I was little. Or a kid. I wasn't little. I was a kid.
I always watched ER when I was little. My mama watched
Zoe,
ER.
when ER was on, I was already having conversations about going to medical school.
Aunt Lucy said Blast from the Past.
It was a little bit. I've got to introduce Zoe to some of what y'all were talking about, but that was fun.
You know
people,
what?
Seeing what people watched.
Saying Blast from the Past. Mackenzie is mind blown because the local high school hosts this concert every year. It's a show.
That's a show, yeah, music review.
And it's called Blast from the Past. And they've been doing it for 30 years.
Yeah.
And she is just absolutely mind blown that this one was dancing and singing on stage for at least 2 years that we know of for this program. Her mind, she just cannot wrap her mind around the fact.
MC, that was Bonanza. She was asking about Hoss and Little Joe. Good night, G&G.
She just cannot wrap her mind around the fact that he danced and sang on stage.
And I was young and stupid.
And she's like, I need him to do it now. Like she said,
I need you to be that version. I'm like, no.
Yeah, she's like, be that version of a dad.
Sarah wants to know about Dallas. Did you ever watch Dallas?
Mm-mm.
You don't know anything about JR?
You know what? I remember a show.
Dallas and Falcon Crest were two shows I remember kind of being on there late at night.
I remember a show about
Dynasty. I watched that too.
About some kind of airplane.
There was a movie called Airplane.
No, it was a show that came on, and it was about maybe like an air terminal or a airplane mechanics. I don't know. I'll have to look that up.
Wings?
Yes.
Zoe, that was a little bit later on.
I just remember that when I was little.
You were little
and
then.
Alf?
You probably were little. Alf came on Monday nights.
I remember Alf. All right. Now we're going to have to go turn on the TV and look some of these up.
No, we ain't. Nick's going to bed.
Oh, it's not.
My old Blast from the Past butt's going late. Guys, we appreciate it. Y'all joining us, and it was
who knows,
it was interesting tonight.
You never know what we're gonna.
No, Carolyn, you may not see footage.
I might work on that tomorrow and see if we can share a little bit.
It was not, y'all. You got to understand, this was mid-90s. It's all on VHS, and it's not good
They don't-
quality video.
They
You wouldn't
don't
be able
care.
to see anything anyway.
They don't care.
It's grainy.
They don't care. All right.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, y'all.